Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Today is Tuesday, December 11th, 2017. I'm speaking with Dr. Kumar Kant Das of Silchar, Assam. This interview is being conducted in New York City. Dr. Das, what's your desh?
My desh, at present it is India.
And
I am India, you can call me a refugee because I was originally born in undivided India
okay,
in Sylhet,
in Sylhet district
in Sylhet proper,
city of Sylhet.
city of Sylhet, yes.
Okay. Do you remember your home, your neighborhood?
There is a very faint memory
Yes.
because
Long back.
long back because we migrated from Sylhet to divided India
Mm-hmm.
when I was only about 4 or 5 years old.
Okay.
So I have very faint memory of Sylhet.
Okay. So what memory do you have? What was the house like? Was it a brick building, tall building, small building?
It was a Assam type of building, as they call it, where my grandfather used to have his clinic.
Okay.
in,
He was a
Sylhet.
medical doctor?
Yes, he is a medical doctor.
What's his name?
Gongesh Chandra Das.
Okay. And your mother?
My mother is Bashanti Das.
Okay. Was she a doctor or was she a housewife?
No, she was a housewife.
Okay. Now tell us about the building and the neighborhood you remember.
I don't remember anything of the neighborhood. As
Okay.
I said, I migrated when I was only 4
Okay.
years old.
Okay. So who else was there in your household?
That also I don't recollect because
Okay.
it goes back.
How many brothers and sisters you have?
I am the only son.
Okay. And so your cousins and uncles, did you remember any?
I don't remember.
Did they
from
they
that
didn't
time.
come? So when did they come? Your family come to Assam?
They migrated in 1947, right
47?
after the partition.
So do you know? Have you ever heard? Did they talk about any pogrom, any attacks, or any violence?
At that time, they said many things, but because of my age,
Mhm.
it did not really register with me.
Okay.
Right now, seeing all the happenings in Bangladesh and other places,
Mhm.
I try to go back in time,
Yeah.
and sometimes it occurs to me that they did face some problem.
Okay.
That's why they had to come
Of course.
to this country, leaving so many things behind.
Yeah. So do you know what happened to your house, to your home?
The house is occupied by the Bangladeshis now.
Okay, a Muslim family.
Yeah.
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 Did you get any compensation? You know?
No, we didn't.
Okay. So when they came to Assam, how did your family survive?
My family survived because my father had a government job.
Okay, and a medical doctor.
He is a medical doctor, and he was working in various places in Assam at that time.
Yeah, but of course Sylhet was part of Assam then.
Yes.
So they were working in the part of Assam government. So tell me about your story, memory of how you grew up. Where did you go to school?
I went to school in Imphal,
Which is in
in
Manipur.
where my
Okay.
grandfather used to live, paternal grandfather, I mean. And then I went to, finishing the school, I went to St. Edmunds College in Shillong.
Saint
St. Edmunds,
Edmunds.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And I used to stay in hostel there. And then I went to Calcutta
Mhm.
to study in Calcutta National Medical College.
Okay. So after that college, where did you?
After finishing the college there, I went to New Delhi for a while.
Okay.
I worked in the Safdarjung Hospital
Okay.
for about 1 year,
Okay.
and then I gradually migrated to this country,
United States.
United States.
But you went back to live in India.
I went back in 1987
Okay.
after staying about 20 years here.
Okay. So you took whole family there?
No, I'm not married, so
Okay. So you went by yourself.
I went
okay.
by myself. Yes.
All right. So did you or your parents ever visited Sylhet back?
No, I don't think my parents visited Sylhet back, but I did visit Sylhet in 2012
12.
or around that time.
Did you find your home?
I found that my house was the house which was in a village called Renga, was occupied by a Muslim family,
Okay.
who of course hosted us, and they were very generous.
Okay.
We had tea with them.
But he was still living in your home.
Yes, he was living in my home. And the original house in Sylhet town, which used to be my grandfather's clinic, that has been converted into Sanskrit college now.
Okay. So then, I presume, did the government turn it to Sanskrit college or private?
I have no idea.
You have no idea. Okay. Do you know how many generations your family lived in your Tanga, right? The village?
Renga.
Ranga. How many generations?
I am not very good in going
But
back
many,
to
many
generation.
generations?
Yeah, many generations, I'm
From
sure.
eternity, so to say?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. So, but you didn't get any compensation from either from India government or from Bangladesh, Pakistan government?
No.
Okay. So what was your feeling like when you're in Renga village, or first Renga, then I'll ask about.
Yes, so there is a sort of I should not say it was a nostalgic, because I don't have any memory of Renga, but I felt that there's some injustice have been done to us, because we did not get any compensation for what we left behind. That was the feeling.
Sure. So were there any Hindu families still left there, or they're all gone, or you may not know?
I don't know, but all the families I saw in Renga were all Muslim families.
But okay, it probably could have been a Hindu village too.
Yes.
Before that, because that's how it was. So tell us about, as you grew up in very different places. So what was the most memorable place as you grew up in different parts of
I
it?
have lived in several places in Assam, because my father used to be a government servant in Assam. I have lived in Shillong, then Kohima, which was a part of Assam. Now it's capital of Nagaland. Then I lived in Manipur, Imphal, during my studies. Then I lived in Kolkata to complete my medical studies.
Okay.
Then New Delhi, and finally in the
What?
States.
Enter world is your home.
Yes.
But about the childhood, growing up in childhood.
Childhood, I have only memory, vivid memory that I have about childhood is mainly growing up in Shillong and Kohima.
Okay. So it was you lived in a very Shillong. You lived in a dormitory, right? Hostel.
At first, we lived in a at first, when my father was in government service, we used to live in his quarter. But later, when I went to the college, then I was in a hostel.
Okay. So the growing up in Kohima, was it when you were in a elementary?
I was not in a school then. I was tutored by private teacher.
Yeah.
And probably I was at the grade 4 or 5 at that time.
And so Kohima, I've been there. It's a very mixed place. Nagas, lots of Assamese and Bengalis and other.
Yes, it's a
people there.
metropolitan type of atmosphere.
Yeah, very mixed, right? So when you see somebody from Sylhet, from Bangladesh, now, what does it raise an emotion?
Yes, it definitely rings a bell. And anytime when I hear that somebody is from Bangladesh, I try to get in touch with them, irrespective of their religion, and we exchange our views. Sometimes I try not to be political, but obviously some politics comes in. But sometimes the memory is sweet, sometimes a little bit bitter. It's a mixture.
Yeah. All right. Let me go back to your visit. So